Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining our training today on internet safety. I really hope that you find it useful. Before we start the training, I would like to give you an overview of children's access to the internet and their experiences nowadays. Over the past 2 decades, internet use and access has been so popular for everyone, and this includes children as well. 93% of children who are between 9 and 16 years old use the internet at least weekly. 60% actually use it on a daily basis. Children who are younger than 8 years old are not exempt either. They use the internet to watch videos, play games, do their homework, and even socialize online. The good news about this is that we know children benefit from using the internet. There's actually some research that shows there is a positive impact on children's future academic success and social interaction when they're using the internet. There are other studies that show that there is a positive correlation between children's frequent internet use and academic achievement, especially in reading and mathematics. As educators, we can actually attest to that. We use the internet in our classrooms and we equip them with technology so our children can use the internet for learning. The bad news, however, is that the internet can be risky for children as well. Children can be exposed to inappropriate content. They can be harmed by online predators. They can be exposed to cyberbullying and identity theft. And these are just, some of the things that face our children, and the list goes on. There are some initiatives that have been taken to protect children online, and we're going to go over some of them. The first and probably the most important initiative is the law enforcement. The COPPA of 1998 is a law that forbids the unfair or deceptive acts or practices in connection with the collection, use, or disclosure of personal information from and about children online. This law was also modified in 2013 and for the purpose of protecting children under 13 by asking commercial sites to exert every effort in protecting the confidentiality of children's personal information. Besides the law enforcement, most districts across the nation now are establishing the acceptable use policies, and our district has its own set of policies, and these policies are usually for aiming to shield students from harmful materials while allowing them to access beneficial materials online. This is also referred to as the filtering approach. We filter the material that our children are using online. The gloomy reality, though, is that in spite of these initiatives, research is still showing that children are being harmed from being online in very increased rates. So take a minute to look at the facts on the slide and think about how is this affecting our children. Here are some more facts about internet use for children. Now, this is very depressing, of course, but there is a solution. Obviously, the initiatives that have been taken so far are not enough. So, what do we do to protect our children online? Besides law enforcement and policies, we need to do with internet safety as we do with everything else. When we want to teach our children to be safe in general, we talk to them, we teach them what behaviors to do when they are faced with a risk. So, for example, we teach them not to talk to strangers, not to share their personal information with someone they don't know, not to walk away or ride a car with someone they don't know. And we need to teach them the same things about the online environment. In fact, it is probably a little more, kind of more important to teach them these things about online use than real life use or face-to-face environment, because in many cases children are not aware that there are real audience behind the screens. They lack this concept, so we need to explicitly teach it to them. Another example that I like to use is that when we want to protect our children from drowning, we don't keep them away from the water. We don't forbid them from getting in the pool. We teach them how to swim. And that's exactly what we need to do in regards to internet safety. We need to teach our children how to be able to surf the internet and the World Wide Web and use technology in safe ways. So when it comes to online or internet safety, we need to do what we always do: protect our children by using the the filtering approach, modeling to them how to be safe online, and teaching them how to use the internet in a safe way. So the purpose of this training is to provide training on internet safety for at least 90% of our school teachers, and at least 80% of the teachers will demonstrate increased awareness about internet safety and how to model it to our students in grades K to 5. I hope you find this training helpful.